Hi, this is Joe from Superior Mint. You auto know Joe. And what I'm going to do today is replace the fender liner on this 2010 Nissan Sentra. As you can see, there's a piece missing here and it's kind of hanging down, and also the splash guard for the mud, I guess mud flap, if it was a truck that's what you would call it, is also it's been removed and put in the trunk, so I'm going to be replacing the inner fender. And this is the rest of the vehicle. It's actually a nice looking car, and I'll take you through the steps to go ahead and replace that. Step one is to remove the wheel, and it's a 21mm socket. There were 4 lug nuts on here, but I took 2 off before I started recording. Once the wheel is removed, this is what you're left with. You've got the screws here that hold on the mud flap. You've got one clip here, one clip here. There should be another one here that goes into this metal hole right there, and then there's one that would go here. There's a few here as well, and then it connects down here, and this is actually what's left of the old one. So you've got 2 screws here, actually 3 screws, 3 Phillips heads that need to come off, as well as those clips. So for the clips, what I like to do is to use a flathead. Sometimes they're going to break if they're really old, and there is a tool for this. And basically once you pry the top of the clip out, the rest of the clip pops out. Let's see if I can do this one without breaking it. Nope. There's that one. Now let's see if there are any other clips. Seems like there would be one down there as well. So all that's left are these, and they look like maybe a T20. So these are a T20. So they can just easily be removed like so. And just to go ahead and set that down. Anyways, set that down. Here are the clips that you'll need. It's a Clip Lizard 10954. And they're spec'd for a Subaru. They didn't have the Nissan at the store that I go to, which is APO, but I'm sure that you can order them online if you'd rather do it that way. So with those T20 screws removed, the old fender liner will just come off, and this is what it will look like at that point. Now I'll just need to remove this as well, which, like I said, should be 3 Phillips head screws. And now we're ready to install our new fender liner, and this is the part number, and it reads fender liner front right hand 10 to 12 Sentra, base S and SL. So this wouldn't work for the SR or the Spec V, and apparently 2007, 8, and 9 is a different part, although it's the exact same procedure. So you can follow this video to the T, however it'll be actually a different part number. So do your research, make sure you get the right part. So the install is really easy. As you can see, I've already got one clip in there, and you just want to kind of try your best to line everything up before you start installing the clips. So we know that this goes here. So my recommendation would be, once you have at least one clip in, to go ahead and stabilize it. Put your Phillips screws in, and that'll kind of get this side of it in place here. And I apologize because I did skip a step here. These are the retainers for the screws, which slide in over these 3 mounting holes. So we'll need to do the same thing on our new part. So just go like that, slide them in over the hole with the tapered end facing up into the car, and then this would be where the screw would go in. So that's facing down to the bottom, and you just slide it on there, and then the third one as well, you just slide on there. And if you're watching this, probably do this before you put on the car and just make it a little easier on yourself. So now that those are in, we can reposition it and install the screws. Okay, so it's being held in right now. And so the way this works, and we can go look at the other side for reference, is it is actually tucked behind the lip of the bumper and the fender. So when we install, we're gonna put this on the inside, just like this, right there, and right there as well on the inside. Now, one thing I need to double check is if this metal here is covered by the fender liner or not. So it looks like it is not. So there are these 2 clips, which I didn't see, that are actually, so the fender liner does go under it. But it basically does go like that, and then same thing on this side where the plastic goes behind the little metal tab. Okay, so in total there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clips, 8 clips, plus then you have these anchor points for those special anchor clips, and then you have the 3 screws underneath, of which I need to add the last screw. The final step is to install the mud flap on over top of the fender liner like that. And you'll also have one last clip down here, and that's going to go right over the pinch weld and secure everything into place. So again, it's the 2 T20 screws, and then you'll put one more clip at the bottom. So this is what it's going to look like when it's all said and done. A big upgrade to what it looked like previously, and not too shabby. So you'll still be able to see the crank, the pulley, the strut, but it's just going to mostly cover up this gap so you won't be able to see inside the front bumper cover, which I've noticed people really don't want to see the windshield wiper reservoir when they look at the car, and you can see that even with the wheel on. So there you go, guys. That's how you would install your inner fender on a 2010 Nissan Sentra.